And a good, healthy Friday morning to each and every one of you out there in the internet land. Welcome to another edition of Kiwanis Connects. Thank you for making us part of your March 31st, the last day of quarter number one of 2023. Where is the time going? Joining me as always from parts unknown somewhere in California. I think we're just going to call it Dr. Valville for right now, is our beloved Governor Val. Good morning, Governor Val. How are you?
Aloha, Aaron. I am great. And actually, Valville is in Los Angeles Airport, Weston. I keep thinking of which hotel am I at? But I literally am watching planes behind me taking off and landing.
Wow. Are you directing them at all? Like from your window? Or you like kind of
Oh, they
tell
don't
them?
want to. They don't want to see that right now.
Oh, no. Also, the other face you see on our screen is a gentleman we had a lot of fun with last week in the chat room, but we have fun with him every week because he joins us every week from YouTube normally. This time we have him live and in person somewhere. We won't disclose because apparently he's part of the Witness Protection Program. Mr. John Rummer joins us. John, how are you, sir? Welcome to Kiwanis Connects.
I'm good, Aaron. Good to see you and Val on the line, on the screen.
Well, we're somewhere. That's the
Yeah,
key point.
okay.
Now, for you, this has to be a unique experience because you're usually not physically part of the show. You're just
Right.
one of those keyboard warriors sending in your messages from afar.
That's right.
I want to send out and remind everybody, thank you for watching us here on Facebook. But as always, we have multiple channels based on your convenience here on Facebook. You can also watch on the WWDBTV page. You can also watch on Aaron Phillips' The Voice Facebook page. Hey, if you love YouTube, we got you covered there as well. The Kiwanis Connects YouTube channel is there. WWDBTV YouTube channel. If you're going to take us on the go, if you're on your way to work, or if you're already at your desk and you want something great to listen to, if you have an Android, WWDBTV from your Play Store. If you have an iPhone, WWDBTV, wherever you get your apps there on your iPhones. And of course, if you miss all of that, you can always go back to the YouTube channels. You can always go back to Facebook. But if you are a fan like I am of the streaming service Roku, you can download the WWDBTV network, watch all the shows. They are a plentiful. How's that? Is that better than plethora? I had to change.
I loved it.
John was getting tired of plethora all week. So, good morning, Guy. It was a lot. Yes, thank you. Good morning, Guy. Good morning, Herman. So again, now our studio line, because today with John, he is the man with so many years in Kiwanis experience that can talk about interclubs like nobody's business. We want to hear your experiences about interclubbing. Yeah, you can put them in the chat room. Yes, you can message them through YouTube. But better yet, we would love to hear your tones of voice. Calling in at 702-992-3207. That's 702-992-3207. If you have a question, a thought, a comment, whatever it is. Oh, I just see Guy. This is his first time joining us on Kiwanis Connects. Well, where have you been all this time, Guy? We've been missing you.
He's in Utah.
Oh,
He's in Utah. Yeah, he's in Utah.
Love it. Leanne Westfall, aloha. Thank you, Leanne, as always. All right. Governor Val, so what's been hot in your network since we last met? It's been a week already.
I know. I'm already at my third district convention. And so right now we are just getting geared up for Key Wins. And over this past week, we have been working on multiple club openings and doing interclubs. And so that's why I thought having John here would be fabulous. And I'm looking at all the people logging in. And, Guy Blair is the governor out in Utah, Idaho. And he actually is the king of interclubs.
Well, we're happy to have another governor join us. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Very nice.
I know good people.
Oh, you do.
Do you know good people in low places, or is it low people in high places? Which is it? Oh, high people in good places, JPEG says. So absolutely. Good morning, Delia. Good morning, Vernon. Man, we got everybody checking in. Thank you very much. By the way, if you like what you're hearing or seeing, which we know you will, please just hit the share button. If you're watching in the Facebook chat room, there's that arrow in the lower left-hand corner. Please hit that. You can either make a post direct to your wall, you can share it with specific people, or you can also share it with groups. We'd love for you to do that for us as well. Diane Anthony, thank you very much. Oh, she's been looking forward to this Interclub show. Well, no pressure there, John. You actually have another person who couldn't wait for this. So
Okay.
we appreciate that. So Val, you're getting ready for Kiwins? You said, is that what you said before?
Right. Our Kiwanis convention is happening right now. We kicked off last night. And so Kiwanis is the second Key Club district in California, Nevada, and Hawaii. We're the only district in Kiwanis that has 2 Key Club districts. So it's absolutely fabulous.
Nice.
And they actually attend a lot of the interclubs. And so, oh my goodness, Guy Blair just put in there, he's completed over 32,000 one-way miles for small club interclub.
Where was that?
I told you he's the king of interclubs.
Yeah, Guy, I'd love to know where that is, where you traveled one way. But apparently you came back. If it was just one way, you had to get back. So wouldn't it have been 64,000? I guess it's just one-way tracking. But,
yeah, so like going around the world.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. I love it. You know, John, there are a lot of people who are dialing in. Some people kind of understand what interclubs are all about. But when you're talking about interclubs, what are you talking? Is it something that we can do on Zoom? Is it something? Give me some more details.
Yeah, Governor Val, we can do it on Zoom. I do mine a lot of times on Zoom because I live in the country. I'm not near a big city, and you can do them in person. It's visit 2 or more Kiwanians have to visit a club if you're a small club. What I mean by a small club is you have 20 members or less. It takes 3 members or more when your club is over 21 to 30. And over 31 members, you need 4 members to attend a meeting, a service project, a fundraiser. That's how you get an interclub.
So if I just threw 3 other members into my club, into my car, and we drove across town and helped with a major service project, we could be having our secretary put it in as an interclub then.
You should do that. Most clubs don't know that. You can count service projects and fundraisers also.
Okay. And I know ever since the pandemic kicked in, a lot of people were doing massive numbers of interclubs. And so is there a rule? Because I think some people kind of fudged and actually wrote down that they had the mileage. Like, so in the morning I was in Barbados and right. An hour later, I was in Louisiana. Then an hour later, I was in Michigan. And then I was in Hawaii in the evening. Those are 4 interclubs I did in one day. There's no mileage that goes with that, right, John?
Valerie, I hope you had a nice trip, but we don't do mileage anymore because of Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Because many clubs are still meeting on Zoom because we eliminated the mileage portion of the interclub contest this year, and I'll explain the contest later.
Very cool. Well, John, I'm thinking in our district, I would love to do a special award for those people that actually do get back in their car or get in a train or a plane, because I think there's something special about actually showing up en masse to someone else's club. And so let's talk about that at some point. Maybe some people have some suggestions on how we can program that in. So there's a Zoom award, and then there's a mileage award.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah.
Maritza, our current lieutenant governor here in our wonderful Southern Nevada area, going on an interclub tomorrow morning. They're taking a train ride in Boulder City with the Las Vegas Strip Kiwanis Club and the Centennial Hills Kiwanis. So let me ask you this question about interclubbing. When I was lieutenant governor, I believed that there was a unwritten or written rule that a lieutenant governor can be a wild card and be counted into an interclub for a club at a time where the lieutenant governor could be at a meeting or an event where one club may be 1 member short to count for an interclub. Does that still exist as I don't want to say joker as a lieutenant governor, we'll just call it a wild card. Insert joke there if you want to, but does that still exist? Is that true?
Aaron, you must be an old guy. It's not allowed anymore. Well, you have to be on an interclub for your current club. You can't represent another club.
Well, let me date that for you. I've been here in Vegas 25 years, and prior to here, I was in New Jersey, and I was lieutenant governor back in New Jersey. Was my first attempt, and then somehow Mark McDonald hogtied me for a term after I moved out here. But anyway, so yes, so that did exist correctly, but now it's off the table.
Right.
Okay, and you would think though, would that be something to be revisited, given now, people not wanting to go out, not able to go out, is that just totally off the board forever?
My opinion is keep it as is, because you want club members to go.
Mm-hmm.
The more of the members of the club go, the better, because you learn so much in interclubs and can take the information back to your club. The lieutenant governor doesn't necessarily visit all the clubs all the time.
Okay, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. That seems really reasonable, John, because, I think about it. It's just like, as a lieutenant governor, I was, people would count my DCM as an interclub. And so my thought is, are all of them counting me as their extra person?
No.
Yeah. So that's where I can see why that rule might not come back into play. Yeah.
Right.
But does a DCM count as an interclub?
We'll go over that later.
Okay. Well, I have lots of questions.
No.
I think that's a great one, because I'm sitting here. I had the same question pop in, and as John eloquently said, since I'm old, back in the day, based on the host club hosting the DCM, we always counted interclubs because it was hosted by a particular club. But obviously, that may have changed. That may be still correct. But you don't have to correct me just yet. I know I'm kind of jumping ahead. Right. We're getting ready to go to our first break here in a moment or two. I'd love to know real quickly from both of you before we go to break in 2 minutes, what's the farthest single interclub each of you have participated in, and I'll share mine after you guys go first.
All right, John, why don't you start?
I think Tokyo.
Well, that does it, ladies and gentlemen. That beats me. Thank you for watching. See you next. No, Tokyo. Wow.
My wife and I went to a convention in Tokyo.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say, John, you and I are tied, because it was when we had our convention in 2014, I think it was, in Chiba, Japan. And so went to an interclub, my mom and I, and we had 2 guests that we took with us. And so it was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Well, that dwarfs my story. I don't know if it's even worth telling, but
I took Guy Blair. I took Guy Blair.
Oh, well, listen, I mean, that's mileage is a cool thing. When I was a member of the Homedale Kiwanis Club back in my day, a dear friend of mine from Penn State, one of my professor friends, visited me in New Jersey, who was a Kiwanian in State College. And again, I don't know if this is still happening today, but I'll put it out there. We used to, what do we say, pilfer? Borrow for a short time, clubs, banners, bells, gavels to help encourage interclubbing to get them back. And so somehow my Penn State professor friend ended up with one of our banners. I can't imagine how. And so one of our members had a private plane. And one morning, 4 of us climbed into his plane. We drove out to State College. We interclubbed for their meeting. I had an opportunity to speak as a former Circle K'er out there. Plus, I ended up bringing home a lot of Penn State swag that day as well, and came home. So for me, that was the longest interclub that, well, I guess if I can count the international convention in Indianapolis, now that I think about it, years ago, but that's the one that comes to mind just strictly on the club level. So that was, that dwarfs, you guys internationally. I mean,
I was looking at this. I know that Maritza said that she wants to interclub in New Zealand and Australia. And when I was on my cruise, we tried to do that. And unfortunately, it was during the holiday season. And as we know, a lot of clubs don't post that they're not meeting. So I got off the cruise ship. I'm really excited. I'm dragging my mom fast and furious across New Zealand. And we show up and nobody's there.
I suggest call the clubs before they're coming. That's the right thing to do, so that they have enough room for you.
Absolutely.
And to to confirm the meeting place.
All
That's
right.
really good advice.
On that note, we're going to step aside for a break. Vernon does ask that we clarify if a DCM counts as an interclub, so maybe that's one of the questions we directly respond to right after break. By the way, we are going to be running the Kiwanis commercial that we've created here for Governor Val for our district. If you're interested in learning more about doing what one of our clubs has done, just email us at kiwanisconnectsinfo@gmail.com. Be happy to send all the information back to you. With that, Kiwanis Connects. We'll be back right after this. The Granville Allied Gardens Kiwanis Club was founded in 1960. We provide service to Allied Gardens, Granville, San Carlos, Del Cerro, and surrounding communities of San Diego. Our support extends to the youth of our community by sponsoring programs at Hearst Elementary School K-Kids, Lewis Middle School's Builders Club, Patrick Henry High School's Key Club, and San Diego State University Circle K. Some of our favorite events and charities we support include the First Friday Concerts in the Park, Patriotic Holiday Flags on Waring Road, Meals on Wheels, Cub Scouts, and the Allied Gardens Little League. Join our club. We are looking for people who care about making a difference for our children, for our community, and for our world. For more information about our Kiwanis Club and becoming a member, please visit www.alliedgardenskiwanis.org. Hi everybody, Aaron Phillips here, inviting you to join me every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. right here on Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV on my show, Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. I bring to you the movers and shakers of Las Vegas and really all around the world. It's also fun, entertaining, silly, goofy, informative, everything you'd want to be entertained by on a Saturday, except no politics, no religion. As I said, it's designed to be a fun show. Remember, that's every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific, right here, Aaron's Hour, Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV. And welcome back to Kiwanis Connects. Aaron Phillips is kind of holding down the fort in Las Vegas with Governor Val, and our very special guest, Mr. John Brummer, joins us. We're talking about interclubs today. Thank you, Guy. By the way, I want to acknowledge he loves the video that we did. That is one of the customized videos specifically made for John Crawford's club out there in California. We appreciate that. Again, if you want more information on how to do that, just send us an email at kiwanisconnectsinfo@gmail.com, and your contribution actually helps to support this show so that Governor Val and I can continue to bring you the best of the world of Kiwanis here in the Cal-Neva District and across the board, because we're getting messages from everybody. So Governor Guy, if your clubs are interested in those kind of things, just message me. We can help out of state, districts. It's not a problem. We can help you out there in Utah and whatnot. So let us know. All right. So one of the questions that we talked about was clarifying whether a DCM is an interclub. So if you would, Val and John, take it away. Let's attack that one.
Well, I think John knows it best. So, John, what are some of the rules that we need to follow when we're talking about interclubs?
Okay, I sent a form to Aaron that explains the rules. We have a contest at the end of the year. Okay, want me to wait for it?
No, good. You go.
Okay, DCMs do count, but when you count it on the form, there's a blank. You tell how many interclubs you did. You get a certain amount of points for each interclub you do. So it's on the third to the last line on the form. There's no limit. Last year, there was a mistake I made. I changed it to 6 points per interclub. So if you do interclubs 12 times during the year, 12 times 6 is 72. So you get 72 points.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Very cool. So as long as you're not the host of the DCM, right?
Right. Remember, when you do an interclub, you count the club that you visit. You don't count you can't count your club as an interclub because you're hosting the DCM. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. When
Okay.
people come to you,
Right.
it's them interclubbing with you. When you
Right.
go somewhere, then that's what's considered an interclub.
Correct.
What about
Right.
interclubbing with SLP programs? Any difference in the rules or parameters for that?
Well, there's different point values, but you can. We encourage interclubbing with SLP members and clubs because they get to know you. You set an example, and they'll join Kiwanis later if they know adults care about them. I'm an SLP advisor, and I enjoy it.
Okay, absolutely. It's certainly encouraged because too many people, when they graduate out of school or graduate out of college, Kiwanis does tend to take a back seat because especially out of college, and I was a victim of it, you tend to focus on getting your life started, getting organized, jobs, maybe get married or whatever before Kiwanis comes back in. But that doesn't mean that they shouldn't still be in contact with those said potential members at some point so that, like you said, John, we don't forget them because there's a plentiful of those potential members out
Right.
there.
Right.
Absolutely. And right now is a perfect time to interclub with your Circle Ks and the college level because this is the end of their term. And so as of April 3rd, they can become a Kiwanian and it doesn't impact their tenure as being a Circle K member. So go to their celebrations, congratulate them, and hand the seniors that are graduating an application. Invite them on in.
Absolutely. I want to just remind everybody as you're watching, if you are keeping an eye on the Facebook chat room, there are a lot of invites and information about upcoming interclubs within clubs within the county of a district. So just check that stuff out. So if you can attend and participate, there you go. We're advertising potential interclubs right now. Now, it's too bad we don't have the wild card thing happening because with JPEG here, we have 4 Kiwanians. And does that mean we're hosting a meeting and every club that's watching could get a Zoom digital credit for an interclub with 4 members?
You need to put John on the screen. John on the screen.
I don't know if you want him on the screen. Wait a minute.
Okay.
That may scare people away. Wait a minute.
Sorry,
The tiger out. Here we go. Watch out. Here he comes. You ready? Go.
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
Don't
That
count
was
it.
serious. That was serious drama.
Don't count it.
Sometimes you can't unsee certain things. Anyway. All right, so just keep an eye out there as you're watching the show. Or again, if you are and you miss some of the information, just go back and watch the replay on Facebook or on the YouTube channels. Get that information. I saw Leanne has something coming up. There's a couple other ones in there I saw. The Kiwanis Club at 29 Palms. By the way, a special shout out to them. I did notice this week that they reshared our link for today's show. And if you read some of the stuff they've got going on, they've got a plentiful amount of interclubs coming up or things they want to accomplish. So check it out as well in the chat room. Go ahead. Next question. Let's fire away. I'm sorry. I'm on a roll. I love interclubbing. Interclubbing is probably the most fun you can have on a regular basis within the day-to-day functionality of a Kiwanis club or SLP program, and it just does not get utilized enough on a regular basis. That's what is missing in all of this. So
that's why I became a lieutenant governor. I did it 3 times, and because I interclub, I get to know people. And lieutenant governor was an easy job to do when you know people.
Absolutely. It's like shaking hands and kissing babies.
And one of the things that I love about interclubbing is that I see because when I first started in Kiwanis, so it's like I thought all Kiwanis clubs across the globe all did the same thing. And so it was the same projects. And with my first interclub, and it was only 22 miles away from our main club, my eyes were opened and I was like, these guys do something every week. They had 52 service projects.
Wow.
You know what's important when you do an interclub, when you go back to your club the following week or 2 weeks later, it depends on when you meet, share it with your club.
Absolutely.
You learn new things in their clubs, new ideas, new fundraisers, new service projects.
Mm-hmm. And also, I think it confirms that you're doing great things too in your home
Right.
club, right?
Right.
And on that note, I want everybody out there that's watching, I don't care what district or club or wherever you're from around the world, post some of that on our Kiwanis Connects page on Facebook. Pictures, explanations, the projects, because not everybody can catch the show, but they're always on Facebook. Well, if you're on Facebook, you're on the page, you can hit the videos tab. But post it on our Kiwanis Connects page. Let's show the world visually what you all are doing. Explain what it is. Show pictures. Let's put it out there. Our Kiwanis Connects Facebook page is as much as a hub of activity of what's going on as this show is that we present. So please take advantage of that page. Post your stuff out there. We'd love to see it. And you know what? Maybe each week, Governor Val and I will pick a winner and actually showcase it on the following show. And if your club is selected to do that, well, we will just send you a very big hug in the mail. No postage due. Anyway, sorry. So,
And I said, John Blair or Guy Blair just put in, you can't post a photo here. Actually, no, you'd be able to post it on the Facebook page.
correct.
And then we'll be able to pull it up.
Correct. Yeah, we can't do any posting of media other than our letters here in the chat room. So yeah, Governor Guy, that would be great. If you can do that on the Kiwanis Connects homepage, that's the place to put it out there. So, all right. So let's go back into some of the things about interclubbing. We know it's fun. We know there are certain rules and parameters that are necessary to quote unquote qualify. And now it sounds like there's 3 acceptable levels of interclubbing. And of course, that's all based around club size, correct?
Right.
You know, again, going back into my day, we only had one. You needed 4 members. That was it. Regardless of club size, you had to get 4 people there. Now, I'm glad that Kiwanis International has sort of not come full circle, but has acknowledged the fact that the Kiwanis world has changed on a regular basis, and not all the rules apply cookie cutter, black or gray. There is those areas of change, such as in the interclubbing, really to make it easier for clubs.
Correct. I agree. I mean, interclubbing is one of the best things that you can do as a Kiwanian. I visit clubs all the time. I'm not a lieutenant governor. I love visiting with people and learning new things.
I know that people in even East, the Lamiston district, which is Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, know who John Brummer is because John has come in and interclubbed on a pretty regular basis. And he actually, some of the times we pick up presenters from other areas. And so, John, you've seen the alligator hunter and corraler several times, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Another club I go to, you did the commercial for Gab Kiwanis, Grantville Alley Gardens. I found them on Zoom when the pandemic was going on. I attend every week, and last year they made me an honorary member of the club.
Right on.
So I visited San Diego. They awarded me the award, and we went to a Padres game. And we had a bonfire on the beach. So I had a good time down there. I love that club.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I didn't expect that.
I see from your bio that your household is multiple Kiwanians and multiple past lieutenant governors.
Right.
So your wife was also past lieutenant governor. Is that correct?
Well, she was past governor of the district.
Governor. Sorry, yeah, past governor. So, how important within your household is interclubbing as a couple when you go out? That obviously that's twice the amount of fun, but that's got to bring a little extra. Like, well, what do you guys do together? Couples tend to struggle something that gives common bond to do together. But when it comes to both your history and your wife's history, interclubbing now sounds like it's part of your everyday thing of, hey, let's go do this with this club today.
It's interesting, Aaron. I met my wife in Kiwanis. She was a trainer, and I followed her around and finally asked her to marry me.
Were you following her for training or?
Aaron? Yes.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, Peg just said she's got you trained, John.
You know what? When she watches this video, she's going to kill me.
Well, Right now that's a you problem, but good stories are always
Okay.
fun though. No, and listen, I've been married now 34 years, and my wife, when she was an active Kiwanian, we always made it. Oh, sounds like a stalker. We always loved doing Kiwanis stuff together because it did give us, and with young children at the time,
Right.
it gave us the opportunity to do more stuff as a family unit and participate in and really help our children see different family values within our household as well. And we can't discount what our young ones at home will see when they participate and go to interclubs.
Mhm.
My daughter's a Kiwanian also, and my grandson, her nephew, visits Kiwanis clubs. They learn at an early age the value of service, and my daughter is really active in the community.
Right on. Right
You
on.
know, I'm a multi-generation interclubber too. So my mom, my grandmother, and I, we did a cruise. Well, our whole family did a cruise in the Hawaiian Islands. And when we stopped in Maui, it's only is it 100 yards from the cruise ship docking to the Maui Kiwanis Club luncheon. And so the three of us went to that luncheon since we'd all been to Maui several times. We went and interclubbed, and that was where we met some lifelong friends. It was amazing, absolutely amazing.
I did the same thing, Valerie. Same trip.
And friends and connections is what this is all about. And I want to put a disclaimer in here. And I've done this in the past. People join Kiwanis because we care about our community. We want to give back to the community. We do make our friendships and connections. But I want to make sure people understand that when you're becoming a member, or if you are a member of our club and you want to participate in an interclub, notice we're saying interclub, not networking meeting.
Right.
Okay. And I want to say that very clearly that yes, Kiwanians do business with each other. We refer each other first, at least I know I do. I'm sure you guys do and everybody else watching. But that's secondary. That's secondary to being together for fellowship, for friendship, for fun, providing service. And then those relationships should somewhat build naturally. So I just want to clarify for current members, new members, somebody watching who's thinking about becoming a member, this is not networking. It is, but not as direct as a BNI or LATIP or that sort of thing. This has a direct functionality of supporting our children in our communities and fellowship, and then the rest fall in place after that. So I just wanted to clarify that for those watching.
I'm so glad you did because I've had a couple of interclub people come into my town, and they will bring a whole kit of things that they want to hand out in business cards, and they're like, "You need to sign up and call me," and we're like, "We'd like to start our meeting now."
Right. Right.
So absolutely. So John, are there any other rules about interclubbing that we haven't shared yet?
Yeah, I would refer you to the district website, the awards recognition. There are guidelines for the interclubs and the blank that you fill out with your interclubs and an itemized list you have to make to be eligible for awards. Can we bring that up, Eric?
Yep.
Aaron, sorry.
That's
Oh,
okay.
okay, cool.
So you need to fill this out, the date of the interclub, who you visited, and the members attending. I do the scoring. You don't do the scoring because it was too confusing for people to do it, and I had to redo it several times. But go back a page, please. So these are the points that you get. So let's say you have 2 members to your club, and you do an interclub within your division. Because you tripled the amount required, you're going to get 6 points. No, I'm sorry, 12 points, not 4 points.
Mhm.
So if you triple, I mean, if you double or triple, quadruple, on and on, we adjust the points. And new this year is a forced line, interclub out of the district. That's fun to do, and you can do it on Zoom. Access the Kiwanis International website and go to Club Locator, and you'll get the website if it's listed. Go to the website, get a contact, maybe a Zoom link or a phone number or an email, and contact the president. Say, are you doing Zoom? And if they say yes, say, my club wants to attend the meeting. I've done, like Valerie said, all over. I love it. I mean, I would suggest clubs doing that. Alan commented, John and I became good friends during Zoom meetings. Alan is the Lieutenant Governor of Division 21 and past president of the GAG Kiwanis. So if you have any questions, can I give my contact information?
Of course.
Okay, my email, I'll say it slow. It's JRBK, P as in Paul, LTG, the number 7 at gmail.com, or my phone number is 916-508-3627. If you try to call me and I don't answer, leave in that message with your phone number and the best time to call you back.
That email of yours sounds like it's a launch code.
It's a long story.
That's all right. It's like, all right, J. Okay. Anyway, so it's JRBK, P as in Paul, L as in Larry, TG as in LTG, the number 7 at gmail.com, or you can call John direct at 916-508-3627. But if you have a question right now that you might want to ask of John, give us a call at 702-992-3207. That's the studio. And don't call his number for another 25 minutes because he won't answer the call while he's on the air. He might, but if we lose him, then we know why. But if you have a quick question you want to call in during the show, we have about 20 minutes left, 702-992-3207. I want to step aside for a quick break if that's okay with you, Val?
Sounds good.
All right. What's that? Yeah, call in. We want your question. Right. Or better yet, I want to know the answer to the question I asked these folks. Where was your longest interclub? Call us, 702-992-3207. You're watching Kiwanis Connects. We'll be right back. International is a global community of clubs, members and partners dedicated to improving the lives of children one community at a time. Today, we stand with more than 550,000 members, from K-Kids to Key Club to Kiwanis, for all ages in over 80 countries around the world. Each community has different needs, and Kiwanis empowers members to pursue creative ways to serve the needs of children, such as fighting hunger, improving literacy, and offering guidance. Kiwanis clubs host nearly 150,000 service projects each year. For more information, visit www.kiwanis.org.
I'm Matt.
I'm Chief.
And I'm Aaron, and together we are
Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Join us every Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Right here on WWDBTV Network and all the shows that are available for you to watch. And why is that?
Because the Chief says so.
All right, welcome back. And there's that one common face in all these commercials, and I can't imagine why. Anyway, welcome back to Kiwanis Connects. I'm Aaron Phillips. I'm just anchoring the show of information today. We have Governor Val, of course, and a very special guest, Mr. John Brummer. He's sharing his plentiful knowledge of interclubbing and the benefits and all that good stuff underneath it. Give us a call, 702-992-3207. Operators are standing by now, so call us, 702-992-3207. All right, Val, back to you.
Well, I know John alluded to a commercial or a contest. And so, John, can you tell us a little bit about that contest? I'm a little bit competitive. So
Uh-oh.
I want to play.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you do interclubs during the year, download that form on the internet and fill in the blanks. But the score sheet, look at that and record those interclubs that are listed. Again, I do the scoring. Don't worry about that. All I need, the date, the event, the division, and the club name. I'll do the rest. It's an easy contest if you interclub. We had maybe 20 clubs last year submit, and happily, clubs in Vegas won the contest last year. They did a lot of interclubs with their key club. I'm proud of them for doing that. And if you download the form and you want to ask me any questions about it, there's 3 pages. Please call me. It's easy for me to explain on the phone than here because there's a lot involved, but it's easy to do. If you interclub, I encourage you to apply. We want more than 20 clubs this year. And I enjoyed being the interclub chair. Can I say one other thing not related to this?
Mhm.
I want to thank all the Kiwanians, my fellow members of the Kiwanis. I had a stroke 6 years ago, and I want to thank everyone for their support they've given me. I was lucky; it was my speech only, but I want to thank each and every one of you listening for all the support, well wishes that you've given me. If it wasn't for Kiwanis, I wouldn't have survived because Kiwanis means so much to me. I get emotional when I talk about it, but thank you, everybody.
Well said. You know, there's a word that usually gets connected with the word Kiwanis, and Governor Val, correct me here if I'm wrong, but it's called the Kiwanis family for a reason, correct?
Right.
Absolutely. You are Ohana. And so that's what it's all about. And some people always say, "Oh, you guys throw that family and Ohana around." And it's like, no, actually it is from the heart. And you know, I link it all together. John, I probably wouldn't have met you if I hadn't done an interclub because we don't really meet and connect very often. Even when we're at conventions, it's kind of flyby. But at interclubs, you get to know each other's personalities. We get to enjoy each other. And when your face isn't there, people start to miss you and they reach out to you. And I know for you, that's how I found out about your stroke. It was at an interclub, and someone said, or our buddy, our honorary member John, isn't here, so please send up a prayer. And it was like, oh wow, that's where the spark is. We're missing that spark because John's not here today. So this has multiple layers, and I'm so glad you shared your story because a lot of people think that we're being frivolous when we talk about these kind of topics, and it's like, this is why we Kiwanis.
Right.
Absolutely.
No, it's if people don't want to pass around the word Ohana, if they don't want to use family, well, here's one I'll give them that might trip them up. Mishpacha. Okay, that's Yiddish. That's Yiddish for family. Okay, so try that one for a while if you'd like. We're all part of the same mishpacha or tribe, whatever you want to use. We're all tied together in the single service purpose of wanting to help others and making new friends from places you probably never ever thought you ever would, if nothing else, right?
Absolutely. And how this can count as an interclub is if some people from my current club are all on, and since I'm the host, we can count that. And right now, this could be technically an interclub because we have several members that are in the chat that are also part of my Eye of the Tiger Kiwanis Club. And I'm a member of the Eye of the Tiger Kiwanis Club from I&I. And so if anybody who's not a member of that, and there are multiple members on this call or this Zoom, you actually could count this as an interclub.
Wow. Wow.
So John and I, being members of the new Downtown Kiwanis Club, JPEG, too many Johns, JPEG, right? So that's where we'd get credit for an interclub, yeah?
Yes, you would.
All right,
Absolutely.
Maria, if you're still out there, check us off for an interclub, all right? There you go.
Absolutely perfect.
What
And
I-
so,
What I get myself into.
See? You open up a can of worms, that's what happens.
but I got a message, and someone said, "Okay, so you've got a contest. What do I win?"
Well, you get a plaque at the end of the year at the mid-year conference. We have first and honorable mention in each category.
So a banner patch and a plaque.
Oh, well, that's another award. It's called a round robin, and they do a circle round robin. The form explains what you have to do to earn those awards. Last year, we had 2 clubs get a super round robin. That means every member in the club participated in an interclub.
I love it, love it,
Yeah.
love it. And I know that the Greater Turlock Kiwanis Club is always shooting for winning the round robin, and they want the plaque, they want the banner patch. And so, my fellow Turlock first people, if you want to log all in one day on your Friday meeting, that would count.
Well, I was going to say this should definitely increase our viewership, Governor Val, because if more and more clubs get on with the proper number of members, if you're hosting this, right? I mean, that's kind of where we're going down the road here, right? That should increase our viewership.
Absolutely. So Downtown Kiwanis Club gets credit for an interclub, and so do John and I. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. And
Alan Young puts in there, conventions, mid-years, et cetera, are like family reunions.
oh, they are.
So I think that's a great comment.
They are. It's it's like that's where I feel like it's a hug fest. And we just finished our our mid-year south, and we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. That's where my hug bank gets full, because as we become more and more separate in our communities, and I live rurally like John does, and right now I'm kind of a bachelorette because my husband's living in another town. I count on these interclubs and the mid-years and stuff to actually have human contact.
When I was interclub chairman for my club, we had a committee. I was the committee head, and I had, I think, 5 on the committee. I made them team captains, and we divided up the club into teams, and we were able to get interclubs easier that way than one person calling every time.
Absolutely. It's
And
a great idea.
And another idea for interclubs, maybe switch clubs. Maybe I'll be president of GAG Kiwanis next week, and Alan will be president of the Laguna Elk Growth Club next week.
No.
So switch up. That's fun. Make it fun when you interclub. Go
Absolutely.
together in the car on the way, and on the way back, you'll be talking about the club the whole time.
That's a great idea. I love that. Governor Guy puts in the chat room, do you still award to small and large club categories?
Yes, we do, and medium too.
All sizes in between, right?
We fit all sizes, right?
All right, we are about a minute away from where's Val now? Vegas, traveling with Val. As I just said, that JPEG freaked out because I gave him that's my warning for him to get our intro set up for that. But he loves this segment, and I'm sure you probably have some interclub opportunities or things going on, Val, that you'll share. So, Mr. JPEG, whenever you're ready, let's fire up the van for Governor Val.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
You're a loss
You
for
know,
words sometimes.
I know. Well, I got my car back last week. So,
Woo!
yeah, my new for me car, and I've already put 1,500 miles on it in the past couple of days. And
That was
so
just an hour ago, right?
I know. And so today through the rest of the weekend, I am in Los Angeles because we have our Kiwanis convention, and it's really really exciting to see all these students. There's 330 of them that have come together to celebrate their year, and so it's been fantastic. And earlier this week, I received my crown, and so I'm putting it on for now. So I am
Do we have like
officially
Queen music?
a
Do we have some sort
queen.
of Queenie princess
Yes,
music, John?
yes, I am the queen of travel. And so this coming week, I'll be traveling back up to the Gilroy, Los Angeles area. So for those of you who don't understand, I'm traveling 7 hours on Sunday to have an evening event up in Gilroy on Sunday evening. And then on Monday, we're opening a new club in Monterey. So we'll be working all week in Monterey to open something that's focused in on foster youth and youth that are homeless. And so that club will work on special needs packages, scholarships, and those kind of things. And if you're in the Monterey area, it will be 2 Zooms a month and service projects. And so I really want people to help out with that. I'll also be doing the Zoom down to Coachella Valley because we'll be opening a club in Coachella Valley in on April 19th. And so we're going to be spending a lot of time visiting people down in Coachella Valley. Fortunately, I don't have to drive down there before Easter. And so at our next show, we'll talk about a bunch of fun things that are going on for the holidays around all of the different clubs. And we'll also be starting to talk about elections for Icon. But just know that you can message me on Kiwanis Connects page, and I love seeing what you all are doing around the world, and especially in California, Nevada, and Hawaii.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you mentioned the Kiwanis Connects page because also what I'd like to see our members do, those of you who already like the page, invite your friends. Go to the Kiwanis Connects page and invite others to come to the page. Whether they're Kiwanians or not, it doesn't matter. Everybody should see what's going on in Kiwanis because it could just be that one picture, that one comment, the one thought that has somebody who's been contemplating becoming a Kiwanian to actually finally come over and become part of our family. So take advantage of that as well. Please, if you're watching, just simply do that. Invite your friends to the page to have that grow. You mentioned Easter, which of course, if memory serves, is a week from Sunday. Is that correct?
Correct.
Well,
and I know that a lot of our clubs are actually doing major community events on Saturday the 8th.
Okay.
And so
Well, this Wednesday, which I believe is the 5th, if I'm not mistaken, is also the first night of Seder for Passover. So those of you celebrating Passover, the Passover holiday, you get to eat matzah and have a problem going to the bathroom for 8 days. That's all that really Passover is, because matzah will do that to you. But it's also a great time to start a diet because of that as well. No bread, you just eat a cracker for 8 days. That's pretty much it. Anyway, so happy Passover to all of you celebrating starting next Wednesday with the first Seder night. All right, real quickly, John's information again. If you have a question about interclubbing or want to get some clarification on any of the rules, email him direct at JRBK, P as in Peter, LTG as in the letters for Lieutenant Governor, the number 7. See, I caught it. I caught the hidden message in there, John, at gmail.com. And if you want to give him a call direct, 916-508-3627. And again, I just want to remind everybody, if you're interested in getting one of those customized commercials, either a full commercial done, or if you take the one that we existed and that we created and just simply want to tag your club's information towards the end, we can do that too. It's a great way to promote your club, not only now, but forever and ever. They don't have to get outdated unless you want to update pictures. But more importantly, your contributions go towards supporting this show so that Governor Val and I can continue providing the best of Calneva District and Kiwanis International as a whole in order to let you know what's going on in the world. So please send that email, KiwanisConnectsInfo@gmail.com. WWDBTV.com. Governor Val, we have about 5 minutes left, so take it away.
Well, I was hoping that if John can pull it up, I know that Shasta Dam does this. They did a fabulous commercial. And is it possible for us to pull that up at some point? Or can they reach that commercial on Kiwanis Connects?
No, he does not have it available to him today, but we can certainly put it on the docket for next week, or when he finds it, we can also have him put it up on the Kiwanis Connects Facebook page in the meantime.
I think that would be great, because as we're talking about commercials and interclubbing and all that kind of stuff, I think that commercial is something that's cutting edge that you could actually use on your local PBS channel, or you can use on your local TV channels when they allow for Community Connects. You can also use our 30-second, 60-second, 90-second, or again, 90 second, not 90 minutes, commercials, and you can air them for free on the Community Connects pages. And so we're starting to do that in our area. And so I want to hear about your success stories. And this is also a way to recruit people. And you want to use that. And so as we're getting ready to end up, what was your most fun interclub? And so Aaron, what was the most fun interclub that you've ever been to?
Oh, for me personally, it was the one going back to State College at Penn State. I had a personal connection there. Getting in a private airplane, a 4-seater, I swore I would never ever do, not even when my father-in-law used to fly, but I did it for the sake of an interclub. That's the one that stands out more on a personal level because of being able to participate in that one.
Okay, and John, how about you?
Yeah, we had a club in our area, was far from everyone distance-wise. They switched their meeting time to afternoon and invited all the clubs in the division to come, and they did, and we had a good time.
Right on. How about yours?
Well, I visited in Honolulu, and a couple of our friends were part of that. And the last Saturday of the month, they go and do a service project at the USS Missouri. And so we all got to go and be a part of the cleaning crew behind the scenes on the USS Missouri in Honolulu.
Right on.
That was the best interclub ever. And I felt like, because we got to do what we do best, which is service and working side by side with other people in one of the coolest locations ever. So that was awesome.
I also want to acknowledge that JPEG here, as one of the charter members of the Downtown Kiwanis Club, this is now his first ever interclub that he will be credited participating for. So how about that one? So go John, go JPEG. Oh, show at least your full face, not your forehead, so everybody see that you do exist when we talk. There he is. This is JPEG. This is the guy that pushes all the buttons. And by the way, don't forget, Val will be here in studio on Friday, April 14th.
I know, can't wait.
So there you have. So that's a first there. JPEG officially part of his first interclub as a new member of Kiwanis.
That's awesome.
What? There was. Oh, stop it! Stop! Jeez, give a guy 6 seconds on the camera and he takes advantage of it. Anyway, all right. John, sir, it was a pleasure having you with us today. Learned a lot myself. Actually refreshed and reminded myself of some of the information about interclubbing, took some of the dust off, and thank you very much for making me feel old on some of the references that I made.
Thanks, Aaron, and thanks, Val. I enjoy your show each week. See you next week. See you next week.
See you next week. It was a pleasure to have you here. And I want to say aloha and mahalo to everyone out there. Thank you for being a part of our show, and we'll see you soon.
All right, you got it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Quick reminder, tomorrow, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific, Thoughts Count Anywhere. This is our WrestleMania edition, and our brother Matt will be calling in from what used to be the Staples Arena. Now is what, the Cryptogram or something arena. NXT has their stuff going on, but Matt will be calling in. And then at 12 o'clock, Aaron Zara with Aaron Phillips. My special guest, Jay Rankin. He wrote a book called Under the Neon Sky, a Las Vegas doorman story. It's a great book, and he's a dear friend of mine. I've known him for many years, and I'm looking forward to chatting with him. So please tune in and join me tomorrow. And, of course, as I always like to say to everybody, be kind to everybody. Why is that? We are all we have. We'll see you next Friday. John, that's Friday, not Thursday, from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time right here on WWDBTV. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Be safe, be happy, be healthy, and merry.
Bye-bye.
Aloha.